What's going on, guys? Chris here, back again with another market video for you guys today. In this video, we are going to be talking about Team of the Year price predictions. And as we get close to the Team of the Year, I obviously want to shift my content towards Team of the Year, preparing you guys for anything that comes with the promo, market related. And, obviously we did this video last year, and I went back and watched it, and we actually got some of the price points, we weren't that far away from a lot of the prices settling. So I'm going to kind of do that in this video. I'm going to try to do it as best as I can. Obviously, I'm not going to get all of them right, but I just want to give you guys kind of like a ballpark area of where some of these cards may settle at, and while they're obviously in packs. So before we get to the video today, if you guys can, drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here. That would be awesome. If you guys want to stay up to date with anything regarding myself on Twitch or on YouTube, make sure you guys go follow me on my Twitter and on my Instagram. You'll know when I go live during those times. And then also, I have a free trading Discord if you guys want to get involved with that. Free trading tips, all that kind of stuff is in there for you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get into the video. So we're going to start with, obviously, the keeper first. And I'm going to keep referring to my phone a little bit because I have a lot of prices written down on my phone right now. Just to kind of, I did a little bit of research and kind of compared prices and stuff like that. This Neuer, now, could it be Allison? Yes, but I think it should be Neuer. The team that I've chosen, by the way, is the team that I somewhat want, but also what I think will happen as well. Obviously, a lot of you guys may say to yourselves, why is Bruno in the team of the year? Well, I just think that Bruno is going to get in because of the community vote and just how good he is this year and just how much hype the guy has in general IRL right now. I could so see Bruno getting in with his performances over the last year. But going back to Neuer here, this guy's risen really nicely out of packs. In packs, I recall he was like 105 to 115. He's now up at 180,000 coins. And this was one of the easiest calls during that week, was to buy Neuer, because for some reason, Neuer is just one of those keepers that a lot of people like to use. He's been one of the best keepers, if not the best keeper in the last decade. If he gets a team of the year, it's going to probably come in about a 96 or a 97. I expect him, and I'm going to refer to my phone real quick. I have, where is he right now? Where is Neuer? Neuer 650 to 800. Sorry for that. I could so see him being a 650 800k card, and the reason I compare him to that is because Neuer this year, a lot of people like using him. I've heard good reviews on the Goalkeeper. And if you take it back to a player that was hyped up last year, or 2 years ago, was David De Gea's 97 overall. Now this card, he was like 800 at his lowest, or not really at his lowest, but like after he kind of dropped from his high point, and he sold around 700, 800, and then went all the way to 924. Now FIFA 19 was one of those years where there was a lot of inflation going on with the market in general. There was a lot of coins to be had in that market. And for me, I don't know if you guys would agree with this, but I think the market has less coins now than it did in FIFA 19, but also last year as well. So some of my price points are going to reflect what happened last year, and kind of a little bit lower because of just the overall coins that are in the market. Some players I do have really expensive, but it's relative to the card and the hype that it actually has. So I think Neuer could be like 650, 800k, 650 on his low point, 800 on his high point. And you'll probably see that over like the 2 months, like regarding after team of the year. I can't see a goalkeeper being 1 million coins, but I can't see him being under like 600 either, because I just feel like that this card has a lot of hype. His inform rose out of packs a lot, and I think his team of year is going to be a really nice card that links to a lot of Bundesliga options this year. So the fullbacks we go, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He last year in packs, if I show you guys Trent real quick, he was, pretty much 900k to like 1.1 million. This guy you can use at right back, but you can also use him as a CDM as well because of the stats that he had. If you look right here, and you're gonna pretty much have like a nice price point on these team of the years. They're gonna be within like 200 to 300k increments, probably until team of the season time, or until the game just absolutely dies off and there's less market demand. I could really see Trent being, a 750 to 850 card still. He's gonna pretty much get almost the same card he got last year. He's at an 88 overall right now. And last year he was a 900k to like 1.1 mil kind of range. So I could see 750 to 900 for this card. I don't know if he goes over a mil. But I do think you'd see him probably around the 900, maybe out of packs. In packs, you might be able to get him around the 750 to 800. I can't see him being much lower than that because he is going to have a pretty stacked card. You know, and they lowered his pace. They got to give him at least 90 pace on his card to make him really that worthwhile. So that's Trent. Now, Alphonso Davies is going to be the first North American we get in any team of the year. And this guy's going to be really hyped. Now, his road to the final right now is currently like 600,000 coins. Do I think that Alphonso Davies' team of the year card, which should be around a 92, 93, do I think he can crack the mil mark? I think it's possible because I think this guy has so much hype this year. I would bank on him at least being like 850, 900, but I wouldn't be surprised if he hits that mil mark and kind of is around there, like pretty much 900k to 1.1, kind of like what Trent was last year. Because again, I don't see fullbacks, even when we got like guys like Marcelo. I can go back to like the FIFA 19 team of the year, but I believe Marcelo didn't even crack, and that was one of the most hyped up fullbacks we've had in FIFA history. If you look at Marcelo's left back card, this guy was like, yeah, he hit like 1.3 million, but he doesn't have Marcelo hype, right? So I could see him being like a 900k to 1.1, 1.2 max, I think. But that's kind of like the price point I can think on Davies. He's going to be an absolute sick card. Moving to the center backs, and this video is going to be pretty long actually from what I'm seeing right here. Ramos for me is going to be probably like 1.8 to 2 million coins. This is again a very good center back in the game this year. I can't see him being like a 1.5 because if you look at Varane's road to the final price, and yes, Varane is somebody that has a live card, but Ramos is going to have an end game type of card. And this Varane right here is over a million coins. So for me, being an 88 overall, you're going to have a Ramos that's going to be a 97. For me, it's got to be at least 1.8 to 2 million coins for Ramos. For Van Dijk, it's going to be an interesting one because if you look at Van Dijk last year, and if I go and show you guys, Van Dijk last year was like 3 million coins. He hit a low point of 3. He then went all the way up to 3.9 out of packs before dipping during team of the season. For him, VVD, I have him between like 2.4 and 2.8. I know that's a big price range, but because the market has less coins this year, I could see his low point being a little bit lower. I could see his high point also being a little bit lower as well. And again, their rise out of packs is kind of relative to how they play in game. And these cards get more and more hype as the year goes on, depending on what pro players use these guys, how their card is in the game, how people like using them, obviously. So I could see about 2.4 to 2.8 for this card, and that is just in packs. And then out of packs, we'll see what happens with that. Moving to the midfield, we are going to have Kimmich. Now, this guy is not going to be more than 2 million coins. I would think he's going to be probably like in the Frankie de Jong range. I want to show you guys Frankie de Jong just to kind of... And this guy is kind of like relative to a Frankie de Jong type player because he's a young player. He's hyped. He plays for like a big club in the world, right? Frankie de Jong was 1.7 million in packs. He kind of chilled around there, right? Or not really in packs, but like, you know, around just out of packs really. And then this guy goes all the way to like 2.1 at his peak. I could see something similar happening to Kimmich where he's kind of around like the 1.5, 1.6. And then moves up to like 1.8, 1.9, depending on the how good he plays in game. I think his work rates are also like, people don't like it, but I don't think it's that bad. So I would say probably between like 1.5 and like 1.8 you can expect on that. And it's impossible for me to give you price predictions like just to a T. Like I can't say to you guys, okay, Kimmich is 100% going to be 1.6 because we need to know first, how is the supply going to be? The pack weight, right? All of that kind of stuff is playing a part. How are these guys going to be in game? What's the type of upgrades they get? All of that. Dynamic images, they play a part into their price as well. Kevin De Bruyne is another midfielder for me. Now, right now, I have KDB at 2.4 to 2.7. KDB last year, if you look at his card, he was a god tier card, by the way. I loved using him. He was really good. He hit a low of like 2.8, right? Goes up to like 3.1. And he stays around 3 until like probably like early March. And then he starts to rise again as more people came onto the game because of COVID. So he's pretty much like a 2.8 to 2.9 card, let's just say, for last year's game until team of the season, when he got a better version with that 99 overall. But I can expect something like 2.4 to 2.7 this year with KDB, less coins on the market. But I think his hype is obviously not as much there this year as he was last year, I don't think. So for me, I think KDB, if you're looking at like 2.4, 2.7, I think that's probably like a decent price point. And then let's see whatever happens out of packs with him. Again, these are not prices that you're going to get out of packs. I'm just trying to see like where their low point may be during the actual pack supply that they have. Bruno Fernandes is going to be somebody that I think is really hyped up. I have Bruno coming in at 2.7 to like 3.1. And the reason I have that is because this is one of the most hyped players in the game this year, but also in real life. Bruno Fernandes is just like such a hyped player right now. His goals and assists, I'm a huge United fan. I love Bruno. I love the way he plays, right? If you look at his team, the group stage card, he's 880k. But what's going to be separating this card from a lot of these other midfielders is the pro player aspect to this card. A lot of pros like his first in form, like his second in form, and like his team, the group stage. That is going to play a part into his team of the year price. And that's why I think he could be anywhere between 2.7 and 3.1. Moving on to Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi last year in FIFA 20 was pretty much around like the 4.3 at his lowest, and then he went to like 4.6 out of packs. Pretty much like 4.6 out of packs as they got more rare. For me this year, I have Messi being actually between like 3.8 and like 4.1. I think you could go even lower, like maybe even like a 3.7 for this card. Just because if you look at Messi's hype this year, it's not as good. Like his gold card is like 360,000 coins, and I just don't know how many people are using Messi this year. Now obviously people will use team of the year Messi, but I could see anywhere between like 3.7 and like 4.1 for a team of the year Messi. Lewandowski is going to be quite interesting because I really am interested to see like how is Lewandowski's pace, because if they want, they can really make this card like an endgame Lewandowski. I have him between 1.8 and 2.3. He's going to be a 99 overall, which means he's not going to be lower than like 1.6. And if they give him like 95 pace, which they should for a team of the year type card, I think this guy can definitely be around the, like I said, probably like 1.8, 2 mil range, somewhere around there. And depending on how good he plays in game, it could even go over like 2.2 out of packs. And we'll see how that pans out. Ronaldo's going to be probably the most expensive team of the year. His gold card is so hyped up. In my opinion, he exceeds Mbappe in this game. I love Ronaldo. And I think a lot of pro players, if you look at every pro player's team, they have the Ronaldo in this team, or in their teams. And right now he's 1.77 mil. I could see Ronaldo's 99 team of the year coming in at like 6 to 7 million. Now, if you look at team of the year Ronaldo last year, this isn't like a representation of what he might do out of packs this year. I will kind of show you guys, by the way, as well. He rose a lot out of packs, and the reason why he rose a lot out of packs, look, he was like 6.7 mil here. Again, market was a little bit more inflated at that time. I expect him to be anywhere between 6 and 7 in packs this year. And then out of packs, he rose all the way to 9 mil. And the reason for that was because he was super rare. Now, this happened again in FIFA 19 with Neymar. Neymar went from 4.1 million in packs all the way to 5.5. So the guys that rose the most out of packs were the guys that were the 12th man. And I think the 12th man is going to be a Neymar this year, or Mbappe. Either one is going to rise out of packs. But Ronaldo, for me, like I said, I think is going to be between 6 and 7 million. I think that's a fair price point for the card, how good he is in this year's game. This isn't talking about like first day prices, by the way. We all know first day prices are going to be absolutely insane, as they're probably going to be so rare themselves. But I think this card can be anywhere between 6 and 7. Sorry for such a broad price point, but I don't think it goes under 6, and I don't think it goes over 7 while in packs. And then how he plays in game is going to determine whether or not he goes like he did last year, essentially. Now, Neymar is going to be the last card here. I have Neymar coming in at like 5.5 to 6 million. Neymar is always like a 5 mil plus card. And if they give him a 98 overall left wing card, or they give him a midfielder card, whatever, this could definitely be a 5.5 to 6 million coin card. Again, a super meta gold card. We showed you guys his FIFA 19 graph where he went from 4.1 million all the way to 5.5. I was so... See, like, this still surprises me how he was actually, like, this low, like, in packs. He started, like, at 4.7, but he rose so much out of packs. And I think Neymar's hype nowadays is so much bigger than where it was maybe even 2 years ago. I could see Neymar being, like, a 5 mil plus card easily in this year's game. I don't think he'll be in the 4s because Neymar is just that good. Again, he's going to be a 12th man, so you're going to want to pick this up based off the last couple years in packs. You're going to have to pick this guy up because he gets super rare. And, you know, obviously if it's Neymar or Mbappe, they're both two of the most used gold cards in the game this year. They go together as well in teams. I would just expect this to be over 5 mil. And if it is Mbappe as well, it's going to be 5 mil as well. So just expect that. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this price point video. Let's see if we can actually, you know, nail on some of these price points. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it's not going to be 100% guaranteed, those price points, but I want to kind of give you guys, you know, a good kind of video talking about what we could see with some of these cards in relative to, like, the market itself. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.